Hey, what's going on, everyone? Obscure Edge here. Today I'm going to be talking about Aliens Fireteam Elite. So you know me, I don't go off any sort of script. I don't really plan these things out. I just grab myself a cup of coffee. Then we talk about this game. Similar to what I did with World War Z and everything. This is a bit of a review, I guess you would say. But also just want to kind of go over a couple of things that I didn't see in other people's reviews or gameplay videos as well. The game's getting a lot of criticism at the moment, so let's just get right into it. This is the main menu, and this is one thing I could actually appreciate, how simplified the menu is. You can change your settings and everything before you get in the game. I hate games that put you right in the game and you can't change the settings right away. So it sounds stupid because most games should have a main menu, but some games just don't anymore. You just go straight into a game and you have to fiddle your settings inside the game, which is annoying. So it's good that you can fiddle with them, then go into the game. If you need to make adjustments in game, you still can. When you click continue game or new game, it doesn't matter what it is. Look how quick it loads. Boom, I'm in the game. No long wait time. The loading times are very minimal, I find, in the game. It's quite optimized. Like, if we're going to talk about optimization, it's quite optimized. I run a steady 120 FPS. I do have a couple drops to 80, but the main issue it has for me is sometimes I get these odd stutter freezes. Apparently, I've read on the forums, everyone gets them. Basically, you'll be moving, the game freezes for a second, and then just picks off and starts moving again. It's about a 1 second to 1.5 second, if that, where it stutters, in a sense, a free stutter. I've seen it happen on the consoles, but it seems like the consoles decide to crash more than they decide to try to like push through that kind of little hiccup. Which is a bit annoying for people on console. But yeah, this is like the main hub. This is before you go to the missions. What I like about this is basically you and your team of Marines are like trained people that just go in to clear stuff. It's not like it's just about, you know, some random survivors. You know, like how Left 4 Dead, you know, it was just a random group of survivors. These are trained people to take on these aliens, which is a quite cool concept and different. Well, different than Left 4 Dead, for instance. There's not much to show about the main hub. There's people to talk to as you complete the story, get intel. There's more people that appear within here. Other than that, it's just, yeah, just kind of like your main hub to walk around, upgrade your guns, and test guns in this area. You can shoot it at NPCs just to test stuff out. So each class, you'll see on the bottom left corner of my screen, has a Q and E skill if you're on PC. That might be a different button, obviously, for you. You have C, which is, well, I can't actually use those here. That's using like turrets, your extra, you know, things to use, grids, things like that. Number 4 is your med kit. Obviously can't heal. Number 3 is your standard pistol, which is when you got nothing else you can take out. The devs already said they won't be doing anything different with this. This is just a mock standard pistol. Other than that, you get 2 primary weapons. Depending on what class you're playing. Currently I am playing demo. I'm going to go over the class details in a second. Quickly, we'll just go over some of the main hub. This is the armory. You got some story people there. This is the main guy you'll talk to. A big gripe, which I agree, no facial movements when speaking. So this is where you spend your points. When you beat a level of the campaign, depending on difficulty, you get around 800 credits to use for things like other guns, attachments. This guy keeps talking. Just shut up, man. I'm trying to tell the people about the game. Attachments. You got perks that are class. They'll tell you what class they're for, or you got these universal perk, which that's why they put it in bold letters here, universal, so you can use these for any class. It doesn't matter who, which is quite cool. Consumables, this is what you would click C for to use your turrets, flame turret, electric grid. If you played World War Z, it's similar to that. Also, when you beat the game, you get these different other what's currency? It's called rep script points, essentially. So basically, this is used for owning. You could buy different outfits for your classes, different headgear from different helmets like this, cowboy hat, straw hat, stuff like that. You got your colors, a bunch of different colors. You also, if you scroll down, it gets a bit more pricier, but you go into the camos. Decals, these are things that you can put on your gun. No refunds, pest control, different emotes as well in the game. What's a game without emotes? Am I right? Look at that. Yeah, what the fuck did I do, bro? Challenge cards, which I'll go into in a minute. You could buy a pack of 3 for 150, which is also good because they could pay off. We'll quickly cover the challenge cards. Sorry. Like I said, I'm not running on a script here, so I might make some cock-ups on talking, but Anyway, yeah, inventory, your challenge cards. Now these are very important. If you are trying to level up a class, if you're trying to get a lot of credits, or if you're playing on a harder difficulty, you keep getting stuck, you need to look at these and always activate one while you're playing. Unless, of course, some of these make enemies harder for more, XP or more credits. So you got to be really, in situations like this isn't a given. Look, this is just 2 point extra. 2 times extra credits. Why not put that on? But for instance, if we go to, let's see, ammo hoarder, right? It doesn't give you any reward bonuses, but magazine size and max ammo count are doubled for your weapons. So on a harder difficulty, this might save your ass. You can only have one challenge card per game. So if everyone has a challenge card, basically if you all equipped one, it'll do an RNG and pick only one of the 3. Usually if you're playing with a group of 3, you wouldn't do that crap. You would just say, look, I'm putting this challenge card on. Okay, so here's one. Whenever a xenomorph, runner, or maintenance synth, or synth guard are about to spawn, there's a chance they'll be stronger than normal. Obviously, that chance is RNG based and will roll every time they spawn, but obviously you get an extra almost 2 times experience for that. Mindful, ammo that was left in the magazine is lost whenever reload it, which makes things a lot harder because you need to be a bit more strategic. There's also like ones with no HUD, things like that. Always equip these challenge cards. I'm telling you right now, you will level up your characters faster, you'll get more credits, everything will come quicker. Let's go over all this stuff. Intel, quickly. I know I'm bouncing all over the place. I do apologize. So this is intel found in the missions. The UAS Endeavor, there's 3 logs in this main hub to find. This is for campaign 1. Obviously, I'm missing a couple logs. Campaign 2, campaign 3, and 4. And basically, I'm missing log 1 or 2. It says right there what number it is, so I could go on and find out where they are and get them. It's more story if you're interested in it. It's there if you need it. You got appearance, so you got different outfits which you can buy or obtain through crates. I'll get into it. It's not the crates you're thinking of. It's not buy crates. It's basically, we'll get into that in a second. You get different colors, your decals, everything there. Consumables, these are all my extras, which I could take into mission before going in. Attachments, so these are all for your guns, whether it's barrel, magazine, muzzle, optics, or if you're having heavy, this little thing, the armature. Obviously, if you scroll over them, it tells you what it does. Let's go to my favorite right here. 33% chance to briefly stun an enemy on hit. But it also, that's just the side one. If you look at above, it says weak point damage 20, stumble chance 10, effective 10 as well. Alright, and then you got your weapons. Depending on what class you play, only certain classes could use certain weapons. Keep in mind they were very limited to what was actually in the Aliens movie. So that's why they brought out these synth weapons. And a couple other weapons, like say, for instance, one's my favorite. This one here. It's a burst rifle. But it still looks like it would be in the Aliens world. Here's the one everyone tried and true. I know, obviously, it doesn't usually have the equipment and stuff like that on it, but obviously you can make it the way you want. Actually, just noticed as well on that. Why is my decal off? Possibly because I had a different decal on there. Well, good point, obviously, to show you could put decals on a gun. Fucking get back there, you bastard. You can only have one decal on the gun, but it does mirror it. So if you did want it on both sides, don't worry, it does do that. At the moment, you can only have one decal per gun. I know a lot of people are saying they want more. I'm not really fussed, to be fair. It's got markings on there and other stuff. You can do stuff creative. Like, for instance, what I mean by creative is say if, what's a gun? Okay, so this shotgun, for instance, right? You're like, oh, where's your decal? Well, my decal's actually on the end here to make the muzzle red. So you could do other things like that, or make the stock red by pulling it that far. Things like that. You can implement the decal kind of differently to the way you want. But I made it look like it has a red barrel extension, which I thought was a cool idea. You do have lots of guns. Like I said, there's rifles, CQW. What the fuck? Close quarters. I don't. What was I gonna say? CQR. That's what I was about to say, and I was like, why was I gonna say CQR? Sorry, I got fucking baffled there. Anyway, handguns. You got heavy as well. So, like I said, certain classes can only use certain things. So in this case, here's your classes. Loadout kits. All right. So you got standard gunner. I'm gonna go over this. This is your plain class. Not a lot of people like it, but you know what? He's really good, believe it or not. He's got, so for his, this is his special ability. You got greatly increases fire rate for you and your nearby allies, and then you get grenades. This is his passive essentially. Stay on target, dealing damage grants you bonus. Damage stacks fall off when you stop dealing damage. So that's his passive ability. These are your 2 active abilities you need to active. Down here's your consumables, which I could add, but I don't ever you do that. Then you have your perks. This is your grid. Basically, you want to get level 6 or 7, I believe it is, which unlocks the whole grid. It's right there. Level 7 unlocks your whole grid. And then basically you need to implement your perks to try to connect all together in a way that you would like, and obviously build the class the way you want, which will obviously then improve your combat rating at the end of the day. Besides leveling up your guns, which go up to 4-star now, you could level up each character, because I know, like, when you go to the campaigns, there's only 4 campaigns, so people are like, well, what do we do now, man? Fuck, game over, man. What do we do? There's things to do. It's not so much as a grind. It gives you a chance to replay some of the missions on harder difficulties, play Horde Mode. It gives you stuff to level up and other things to do. But yeah, we'll get into that in a second. So that's Gunner. We got Demolisher, probably my favorite class because it's the most badass looking. He gets different guns. They just added the minigun. You got your classic smart gun though. Impact grenade. This grenade launcher I think is fucking a bag of shit, to be honest. The impact one is pretty damn good. Flamethrower, which you'll see people usually burning their teammates with, and rocket launcher as well. But yeah, right now I've been leveling up the minigun. Get some. He's got different abilities, so he launches 3 rockets that detonate on impact. Blast wave, which shocks the ground and moves them back. Activating ability grants 1 stack of clear the room, and additional stack for each enemy. Each stack increases gun damage, blah blah blah. So that's his passive. Once again, you have your own board, your own perks. You could actually take a perk from Gunner if you like while playing Demolisher, if you think that perk would be beneficial. Plus you have modifiers, which obviously some of them are locked to certain classes. Some of them won't benefit you at all, but you could still put it there if you really want. So it's all about building the character the way you want. Technician, so basically I would say Gunner is your standard shotgun, close range, blowing shit up, just clearing waves essentially. Demolisher, people a lot of think is a main damage dealer. He can be, but he's mainly crowd control and he's really fucking good at it. Technician, once again, he's a really good stable crowd controller. He's got these electric progs that go on the ground, slow at enemies, plus he has a turret. Obviously you could get consumable turrets, but his ability is always to have a sentry turret, which is great. Allies standing near your turret take 10% less damage, is his passive ability. As you can see, like I said, different guns for different people. At the moment, Demo is the only one that could have a heavy weapon. So he's the only one that benefits from all of these. So I'm sure their next class they add, which I'll get into in a minute, which I think they could possibly add or implement, might have heavy. This has handgun and, well, close range weapons, so you can't have an assault rifle or heavy gun. For tech, which is fine, it plays well. Like their gun set play well under their perks as well. I haven't played a lot of tech, but he is really good. As you can see, I got level 2 tech there. Doc, almost got a max. I am usually a healer in games, so I like to kind of play healers every time they're out. They're still implementing some new features to this coming, because I think a lot of people are saying he's kind of useless or not as useful as he could be. I think he's alright. You just need a good team that lets you pick up the med kits and actually let you heal the team essentially. So he's not a guy you want to play with randoms really. Okay, 2 that you might not have seen, because on launch, Phalanx, fuck it, can't say it. Recon you get when you complete the story. So once you complete all 4 campaigns, Recon will then unlock for you. Pretty cool class. To be honest with you, I don't think the sniper is a good choice if you're doing an aliens map, but if you're playing against synths, I'm telling you right now, this sniper that they just released does 1350, and it will one-tap any synth in the head, essentially, unless it's a boss, and then obviously you're going to have to shoot it multiple times. It's bolt action, so it is a bit slower. What's cool about Recon? My balls still haven't dropped, apparently. Cool about Recon is he gets, you can have a shotgun as a backup, so when shit gets too close, the shotgun's still a good wave clear. Obviously, the gunner implements the shotgun a bit more because he's got perks toward it, but it's still good to have as a backup. Take these off while I have them on. Right now I'm trying to say, like, get all the consumables I can, go into like intense or standard or whatever and get some, and then so I could have them for higher difficulties essentially. He's got pups. If you watch the newer Aliens film, it sends out. They could do different things though, because you can mix it in with the perks. But it will be your nav. It will find all the enemies for you. Plus a support drone lands in the location of nearby allies, and it replenishes ammo. Plus it can heal them. Focus, getting 2 headshots, kills within 10 seconds. Grants a stack focus of each stack accuracy, stability. Blah 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 blah. That's his passive. Once again. Loads of perks as well, plus a mixture of, like, you could build them the way you want. It just depends on how you want to play the class. Each class you could set up a different couple of emotes, like you might know this from the film when Bishop does it. I'm watching you, motherfucker. I'm watching you. Dance shuffle. Crack open oh crap, I can't do that one because I already have it. Look at him. He's holding that like a machine gun. What an idiot. Anyway, new class. He's the talk of the town. Too lit to be walking around. He is an ultimate badass. My buddy Rob, who actually purchased me this game, shout out to you, buddy. Already got 30 hours into it. Love playing it with you. So cheers for that. He's loving this class at the moment. He is a really good. He could just sit there. He could literally just sit there, tanking a lot of damage, keeping the shield there. What I find really works really good. I mean, the double barrel shotgun Rob told me about works really well. But what I like to use as my sidearm is the Magnum, and the main reason is the Magnum is quite accurate at far range. And when you have the shield out, you could sit there and shoot synths in the head or aliens in the head from a distance. And you don't have to worry because that shield's covering your front half of the body, and it works pretty well. Plus, he's also got a nice stun as well. He smashes to the ground as well. Similar. Well, it's not really as similar to Demo, but is it Demo? Yeah, Blast Wave. Blast Wave pushes them back. This is done. But yeah, hopefully with new classes coming out, they can implement new stuff and other things. At the moment, at launch, the date is currently the 12th of September. You've got 4 campaigns, and a lot of people might not think that's a lot. One thing I want to take, I'm not trying to defend the game, because I'm enjoying it, but one thing I always take into account is the price of the game. For instance, you got Resident Evil Village, which is, you know, £60. That's a full price game, whereas this was, I think, £30 or £35. So that's one thing to take into account. But also, I've seen these devs talk to their community, and they're very active and how they want to implement new things into the game while also staying true to the Aliens universe. I think they're doing a good job. They did a good job on the maps. There is some improvement that could be done, like get rid of the stutter, like I said about. AI could have improvement, because the AI, especially the one on your team, is a complete idiot. When you play with AI, basically they're synthetics, and they're quite stupid, to be fair. So there could be some improvement there, but mainly this, I think people got to get with the times. There's some games that just aren't going to be made for single player. You know, you need to get, you know, a group of people to play with, or, you know, just meet some randoms and have fun. And you do have fun. Now, a lot of people are complaining as well, oh, fucking 3-player co-op, but there's balancing. When you play the game, if you had that fourth, you would just see that the balance would need to be totally different. Again, they would have to add more enemies or more stronger enemies, because 3, it works perfect. I'm actually liking the fact that it's a cool concept. I just think it's cool. I know people go, well, why don't I have 4 people and have the option for like, no. They wanted it this way, and to be honest, it works pretty well. So yeah, each campaign, by the way, worth mentioning, 3 missions. You can set the difficulty lever. But yeah, right now I've been playing on Intense. I haven't even tried Extreme or Insane, because me and my buddy Rob don't really have a steady third at the moment. Horde Mode is similar to Left 4 Dead Survival Mode. To be honest with you, Left 4 Dead Survival Mode, I didn't really have that much fun. But for some reason, Horde Mode, I'm actually really enjoying. Amount of waves and stuff like that. I don't know what it is about it. Like Survival Mode, I didn't really care about too much for Left 4 Dead, but for some reason, Horde Mode I really enjoy. Also, you got Tactical Opportunities, which is your dailies and weeklies. This will give you more credits. Just other things like that. Rep as well. These are just little things you could do, like 300 kills with a close range gun. That's shotgun. I could easily do that. Play 1 game as a gunner. I did my weekly yesterday, so that won't be up for another day. But it's just things like that. They give you everything to. It's easy to level everything up. It's not really a grind. I enjoy doing it, and I'm telling you, you implement challenge cards and everything else. It's easy. It's easy to, it's easy to level stuff up, and it's not a grind really. But I will say the gameplay is it's fun. Like it has a lot of fun aspects to it. The maps stay true to the Aliens universe as well. I think they've done a really good job for the price. We'll have to see where season pass gives us. Honest, like they're still going, and we'll have to see what it brings. I mean, it's still early days, but I think at the moment, for the price, I think it's, you know, I think I've gotten my fun out of it already. I'm still enjoying it as well. There's other sites you could get it cheaper from as well, that people buy them from cheaper than Steam. So and if you get the game on sale or find it cheaper, it's definitely gonna be worth it as long as you have some people to play with. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you made it this far. You know, cheers. Because it's been on to 20 minutes. I was hoping to do a 12-minute video, but I want to cover everything else. And yeah, I mean, I could quickly load up some gameplay, but to be honest, you guys have all seen all the gameplay, so that's a bit of a given. I want to get into the in-depth stuff of what the game actually has to offer, and go over everything, like with all the classes, what you can actually do within the game. But hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully it either, you know, opened your mind to possibly buying it, or if it opened your mind to seeing, oh, you know what, this ain't gonna be for me, and I saved you some money. So either way, hopefully it helped you in some way or another. And yeah, keep in mind, guys, I'm always live on Twitch constantly now, so I still am growing in YouTube, but you guys aren't moving with me to Twitch. You need to be there, because I really enjoy reading the comments on YouTube and replying to them, but it would be even better if I could talk to you in real time. I'll put the link in the description if you ever, you know, around, even if it's just you jump in and say, hey, you know, it does go a long way, or drop a follow. I'm on the road to 500 followers, and it's been of a steep road at the moment, so hopefully I could catch you guys there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was one of talking, probably was, but hopefully it helps someone out there. Yeah, well, till next time, I will see you in the next one. Happy hunting.